Hello and welcome. My name is Sheep Thief, and welcome to World War III WARNO 1v1 replay. So, this game is pretty crazy, and you should stick around to the end because there's a strange ending. But let's take a look around this depressing map. As you can see, World War III is broken out. Suitcases on the road, as people have had to evacuate this fairly densely populated region, and war is breaking out between two Soviet divisions. So it's me, Sheep Thief, playing 35th, and you can see how slow I am at deploying already. My opponent is basically done. I am not. And then Expert with 39th, a division that the other Soviet division that I've played a fair amount of. We'll speed it up a little. So as you can see, my opponent is going pretty wide, ignoring the city, interestingly. This will be my first review of this game. I'm going pretty heavy in the city, pretty much neglecting this over here. Getting some snipers for vision and kind of suppression. Forming up on this, pushing into here, wrapping around here. Hopefully just denying this with ATGMs. So, the game starts off, we move forward. We got this Conquerors in this position here to try to control the road. We are an airborne division, so we do get to the field first. One thing on this map that's kind of hard for me to judge is how far forward you can get. I guess in retrospect, we might have been able to just get up here right away. But it can be kind of hard to reinforce this area because of some of the stuff that happens over here. Okay, over here we have our Spetsnaz GRU opens up on a BTR, and then we get in a fight with this sapper. We get stunned, I try to micro them back, and we start firing our sniper rifle and submachine guns on this Razvedka Superi. Conquerors gets a nice kill on a BMP-1. Pretty good opening right here, honestly. Motor Razvedka destroyed. Got a nice heavy infestation here for the first minute and a half. High explosive bomber comes in to get the kill, but this Razvedka Superi is essentially killed. You can see all his dead friends. This burning thing. One lone soldier shaking up the position here. Over here there's a bit of a lull. This Conquerors opens up on a T-80. What do you see? Nothing. Loses vision. So my opponent has gone... So we've pretty much done the exact opposite of what each other did. Maybe I should have gone a little more broad over here. My opponent does have some presence coming up in these forests. BTRs don't have any ATGMs, but they can win, like shut down any infantry that I have coming in here. AA played. MiG-23 comes in to kill this helicopter, but I do manage. It does live barely lives. Over here we start to push across. BMD opens up on this vehicle. Motor Razvedka is going to have a kind of a hard time against these Afghan veterans. Over here we do win an AA fight as it tries to come around to finish off this MiG, or this Mi-8MT. Motor Razvedka are pushed off, and now my opponent is probably thinking, what do I do over here? And that's exactly what I want, because I have nothing over here. In retrospect, he should have been crossing here, and I should probably be being even more aggressive here, so we're both being a little hesitant. This map is quite hard to get like great understanding of what your opponent is up to. We can check really quick our the views. He sees absolutely nothing, so no wonder he's not moving across here. Afghan vets show up. I see a little bit of presence over here, and I do know that there's something over here. I did not know it was so substantial. So we push across, Descent Metis and a sniper here, trying to control what's going on. coming through here. Now one thing with 35th is that your squads, as you can see, have basically no health, and so it's really hard to stay on top of your units. They can die really fast if you're not paying attention. Afghan vets move forward. I actually kind of like what I'm doing here. Like, I'm pushing forward on this Conquerors opens up on the T-80BB, and it looks like he backs it up, and it gets a nasty side shot, opening it up for the Metis, which does finish it off. Huge kill right there. Giant loss of points. Command T-80BV, not something that you want to just lose. But here I am just losing a sniper, although it does seem to be suppressing this Moto Rozvedka pretty decently. It should just move at least into some kind of cover. You can see these two sniping across that building. Looks like I finally micro it as the BTR comes in, opening up. Metis opens up on something over there. Laser guided bomb comes in and finishes off Moto Rozvedka. In retrospect, kind of a waste. Sniper goes down. It seems my opponent in this game had a taste of the joys of Soviet AA. This sniper's now almost dead. I need to be a little more careful with my snipers. They are really weak. Can go down just like that. Really nice to have in a fight. Afghan, maybe not microed into that house, I can't quite tell. BMD comes up, it like can't quite get around that, and as you can see, I'm just trying to get here, but then there's so I get some nice hits on there finally. Metis goes down, my laser guided bomb comes in, gets a kill on a Moto Strelki. Over here there's a bit of a fight with this Rozvedka over here as I send two of these are little 25 point machine gun things, recon vehicles. They shut that down. But over here this incursion has been stopped. BMD routes. Got a lot of BMDs set up here. Looks like he's using the sappers. I sort of disagree with that. I've played 39th, and the sappers are good in close quarters. As you can see, they have a satchel charge. So if you know your opponent's going to come to some urban area, they can be good, but for just like holding territory like this, I don't know. Maybe this guy's better than I am. So I shouldn't talk. So I get a ton of units in here, but not really enough support. These Spetsnaz are really good against infantry, but they are not so good against vehicles. So you need support. This BMD should be healed. I think it might, because it routed, it might be having a hard time. Laser guided bomb comes in, but I guess it loses track of its target. See what I do with it. Eagle-Off fires a shot off. I think I might see this T-80BV over here. Over here there's a fight breaking out. We'll try to keep an eye on that laser guided bomb as well. Afghans run into this Moto Rozvedka. Laser guided bomb completely whiffs on the T-80BV. And an Su-227 comes in to try to kill it. Takes damage, but gets away. As you can see, the missiles fly off. I send my own MiG-29 after the Su-27 chases over an Igla, and it does go down. So getting pretty lucky there with the Igla shot. Another laser guided bomb comes in for the T-80BV. This time, I can't quite remember actually. Gets a nice hit. T-80BV down, always a good thing. So a bit of a build up here. Again, just need more AT. I think more Metis squads is what I need in this situation. Flood this whole area with Metises to deal with the BMDs. AA comes in. I use my laser guided bombs, anti-air missile to try to do it, but it looks like the Igla makes my MiG-29 perform evasive maneuvers. More dedicated anti-helicopter MiG comes in, and my opponent, I was really confused. Yeah, he landed it. I was wondering. I was like searching for that helicopter for a long time. The AA-2 takes a helicopter hit, not good. So more BMDs in here, but at this point my opponent simply has more BMDs, so we're probably going to lose this fight. And I give a general advance. Definitely not a great attack here. This is where having a tank would be really nice, but no such luck, I guess. BMDs move forward. They don't have good optics, so they're gonna just kind of run into RPG range. Maybe just out of RPG range. And this one BMP completely destroys them, and now we are without support. These BMDs, I have to try to like micro them towards the BMDs, but they're getting suppressed as we speak. Spetsnaz aren't even really, they're just getting shredded. Some decent damage on this Motostrelki here, but these Spetsnaz aren't in there, are they? Maybe they are. High explosive bomb kills 2 squads right there, and this battle started some fire through there, but they're thoroughly entrenched in there. Attacking across that park was not good, and that's a ton of units wiped out. We do get a laser guided bomb off. Takes out a BMP, get a bit of vengeance there. MiG over here. We trade, get a plane. Honestly, that was good for us. Given how much we just lost right there, any kind of trade we can get here would be good. Igla fails to go off. Welcome to Soviet AA. It's an absolute travesty if you haven't played this game. Soviet anti-aircraft weapons are pure trash. I don't know if it's realistic or not. This era is not my particular brand of autism, but I do feel much less powerful than my opponents when it comes to AA. Over here I send a ton of BMDs to try to push from this angle, seeing that we've just sort of fed a lot of units there. Yeah, definitely a bad push there. Cool though. Over here, T-80 BV opens up on a Thessaloniki BV that's standing in the middle of the field. Just hanging out, I guess. Get an okay hit with the Conquerors, and these are triple bitted Conquerors. They get 2 hit. Not good. Definitely should have just been a normal homosexual in there, not a Conquerors. I'm not sure why I thought a Conquerors would be a good idea. Not so great. OSHA comes out. This is radar AA. And a Cub. Now I'm very curious about this because this Cub was causing me serious problems all game long. I could not get it with my Sneed. My opponent is starting to get a bit of a build up here, but we're wearing him down a little bit. We've killed some tanks. We have pushed in here. And this is just sort of the middle of nowhere, so if he's building up here, that's not the end of the world. We just want to like slowly make it hard for him to get here. Nobody's got any tick. I find it almost impossible to get a tick on this map in the beginning as an airborne division. I've tried it with 11E, the parachutiste French division. Send in an Acula. He sends out more Razvedka Superi. Guess he's trying to just get vision before he gets more tanks out. Not quite sure what he's up to. So a little too late, I start saying, okay, maybe I should have more homosexuals hanging out around there. But yeah, it's definitely starting to look a little better for my opponent. He's got this solid line here, which encompasses all of his sectors. Now there's a big air push here, so I send the laser guided bombs for 2 vehicles, following up with a Sneed to try to get the OSHA. And I'm a little curious how this went. Cub opens up, 2 things are missed. Sneed stuns the OSHA, gets it, but the Cub I could not get. It was crazy. Laser guided bomb gets... No, it goes down. Okay. Yeah, that cub... I don't understand why he can't kill that. It must just be something about the hill. I don't quite understand. So I pull the Sneed out. This laser guided bomb needs to get out, but for some reason it's still there. Two AA planes fail to kill this Mi-24. And thankfully the Cub is out of ammo because I probably should have died right there. Come over here to try to finish it off. And at this point we do have our BMDs down, so we start a general advance. Honestly, just in the nick of time, because I think my opponent right now could be steamrolling across the open area. We get the Superior down there, which is a good thing. BMDs move forward. They're a little bit out of position here, almost in range of the, or within, no, not quite within the range of the RPGs. Keep the MiG-29 there to fight. Sniper moves forward. It's gonna get killed by this BTR. Homosexual build-up here is okay, but there's enough infantry here that you could just sort of steamroll over that. In retrospect, my opponent should be moving across as per usual. I also have no AA here. Aquila gets the BTR. Igla gets into position. I should have marked that, figured out where that was, because this is pretty much the only AA he has here. Aquila Igla misses in typical Igla fashion. Nasty hit and some Desantniki. BMD get caught out. At this point, Strella's coming forward. There was a serious lack of AA over here. My opponent is making the noob mistake of not pushing forward. BMD goes down to an Mi-24. AA2 does take it out, but we lose our thing. Sneed searching for AA. Cub shooting from all the way across there. I don't know why he can't see it. Very strange. He chases our Sneed across a bunch of Strellas, and then a bunch of Iglas, and gets stressed out, and does he go down? Yes, okay. So, good for us. Good trade. Sloppy, but a good trade. We get a command vehicle here, ready to go in. Huge new build-up, continuing to grow. In retrospect, we should be pushing up to the edge of the city with like medices and I don't even know what. But for now, we're just trying to push through here. We have a command vehicle enveloped in this sort of huddle of infantry and BMDs. We have sort of brute forced our way through. So Motostrelki and BTRs start to push up here, and this is a bit of a problem because we don't have, well, we have these Desantniki. And this is a good, okay, so we kill one of them. Fire opens up, fire. This is not super good for us. These BTRs are going to cause issues. High explosive bomb comes in for something. Aquila lives. Strellas finally get it. Very nice. We have supply helo coming in, and we do get the +2 here. I'm starting to get very worried about this situation here. My opponent has started to inch across the map, sort of going from forest clump to forest clump. My bluff is slowly starting to become more open. I make a bad... Oh, okay, it was before that. I like tried to fight with BMD and like backed it up. Should have just let it get the kill. AA helo opens up. Both go down. Cub shoots from so far away. Over here, yeah, my opponent is just like being very cautious. I think he was just expecting an airborne like wall here. Honestly got pretty lucky. We do have this nice take of +2. got these two grads, which I think I sort of forget about. I'm trying to remember. I should be remembering where the cub is and bombing it, and this whole problem would be fixed. But I, like, for the life of me, couldn't remember which forest clump he was in. Not sure what I'm up to here. Desantniki go down to these Motostroki. Desantniki Metis are, this is their minimum range. Unfortunately, this Acula is just sitting here. These Iglas are out of position. Now there's an OSHA, and this AA fighter might Soviet AA. No, it does go down. Okay. And Acula is out of ammo. I try to micro it forward to try to handle these Iglas. Kind of a mistake. Takes an Igla to the face. Taking more damage. Arms fire. Igla shot misses. More flares go off and it comes back down to repair. Very lucky. Oh no, never mind, it goes down. Very expensive helicopter. This battle is filled with mistakes on all sides. The Sneed tries to go for the ocean, fails. Bunch of stuff just died. Basically this whole push was wiped out. Hundreds of points gone. Good counterattack by my opponent. I'm not really sure what I should have done differently. This is on like the other side of the map. It's pretty hard to like lock down something from that far away, especially when you got points to spend over here. I think we killed some vehicles with these Conkers, but also lost some to the Metis. And now here it is, my demise, the T-80 BBK. Seriously, hardcore tank. Looking forward to secure the game for my opponent. It's by a friendly helicopter. Ready to put down this insolent airborne division. So where did I aim here? I aimed at the right place. It looks like the hill kind of like protected it and it was pretty far away. It honestly looks like we hit everywhere but where we wanted to hit, so I don't know what to say. I never get that lucky when I'm playing, so like searching around with this Sneed. My opponent has successfully infested this again. We're at plus 300, but there's a big fat wall of 39th Motostrelki ready to roll across the map, and this is not enough. We've lost our push here, we've lost our push here. It's not over for us, we still have our defenses. This is pretty much, this is going to be hard for him to push into, but I wonder how much vet does this have? None. Okay. Probably the way to go. My triple vetted OSHAs pretty much never work, so. Okay, he turned off his radar. Sneed gets hit, turns back on the radar, gets hit. Well played. Cove opens up. We get a HE thing with this MiG, maybe a little cheeky. Afghan vets chilling in the woods here, hanging out. These guys are thugs. One of my favorite units in the game, even though they're not amazing. I think they're super cool. They have a sniper rifle and some like sort of mid-range things. and some sort of short-range things, and then the Resolute tag. So they're kind of well-rounded units, but very brittle. Definitely like a supplementary unit. I don't know if I use them right, but I try, and I like them, and I'm not taking them out of the deck. I don't care what anyone says. Over here, I'm starting to recognize the giant. At long last, I'm starting to recognize the giant problem that is everything over here. HE bombers come up. AA plane gets hit with the Cub and taken out. Nice bombing run for my opponent. Strelas fire. One plane gets hit, the other one gets out completely alive because there's not much AA over here. I guess there's one Strela, two Strelas I suppose. The Strela sees the Helo, definitely a good thing. Helo goes down. HE bomber, has he already used his bomb? He has, so that was a mistake, that was an error on my opponent's part, but looks like he gave a general advance. 15 minutes left on the clock, and this is not good for me. As you can see, I just pull my units back. Definitely bringing the helicopter. I'm recognizing that the helicopter is pretty much the key to this whole operation. So I'm pulling him back to the supply helo over here to repeatedly keel and cause trouble. Over here, I've got another buildup of units here to try to push across here. And there we go. First tick for my opponent. Rocket helo opens up on the BTR, and my 24 also does, never mind. Tries to fire the T-80 BBK, makes the T-80 BBK back up, giving me precious points, but we want that T-80 BBK dead, not alive. Rocket helos. So he does get that that right there. These BTRs are fairly beaten up, but there's a problem. It's +2. This isn't good. I give a general advance here, try to create a bit of a distraction. This Strela gets way out of position. I must have accidentally grabbed it. I don't know what I was thinking there. Definitely bad. Spetsnaz open up on these Iglas, which should have died a long time ago. Helped me dominate the air over here. Over here, my opponent is just coming to a complete halt right here, which I actually think is a mistake. I think you should push up, keep the pressure up. Mi-24 gets one of the BTRs down. Over here, get some cinematic shots. Success. Push across. Got a command vehicle coming in to start to sort of stop some of the loss here. Spetsnaz pushing into a bunch of armor, not ideal. Aquila comes up, try to help support. Basically no Iglas left. Actually there is one. But we should be able to defeat it. Spetsnaz coming into close range. Aquila comes down to replenish, and we have taken over the zone. Micro this over here to try to deal with it. My opponent again has come to a complete stop. My grads are almost out of position. I think I only fired them once in this game. Definitely something I need to improve on. And what I'm not paying attention to is that these are my last two Logis. And we kill one of his Logis. And we have a buildup of BMDs here. Homosexuals are still over here. Kilomoto Strelki. We get this this unit on the point. Aquila firing. Aquila takes a hit. Igla goes down. Aquila stunned, needs to heal. We're just pushing across the city. And at this point my opponent comes here to take this, bringing him back to a +1. LGB loses its target, but I do know that we come here. It's all up to this LGB. Looks like I do one more circle, gets the point. Definitely not happy about this. Igloo misses, of course. Comes in. Do I keep doing this? Fires its shot. Good hit. LGB gets out. AA plane engages the MiG-23. Cub misses. Plane goes down. I evac it. Over here, I'm trying to decide what to do, and I'm realizing that there's... I don't know if I fully realized how much there is here, actually. That's a lot. But I'm starting to sense that there might be a straight shot across here, and so I send my command vehicle over there to get it. And then this BRDM just comes out into the open. BMD goes down. BRDM survives and decaps the point, bringing the point loss to an end, but it doesn't stay in the woods and takes a shot from this BMP, so now it's just nothing. And this BRDM I send blindly forward. Huge mistake, I need to never do this. I send it blindly forward and it gets spotted by the Conkers. Does it make it there is the question. No, it does not. And it goes down. And at this point, my opponent... Okay, so at this point, there's this T-80 BVK. Do I kill it? Hold on, let's see. But my opponent is... It must go down. 10 seconds left. Does he just not... Is he just fed up? I guess he just got fed up. He got routed. And I guess this is where he surrendered. So I think this was a huge error on his part to surrender, because if this had lived, which albeit it may not have, because there were anti-tank helos coming here and I was right-clicking the T-80 BBK, but it was routing, so maybe it would get out and come into the protection of these OSHAs, maybe. But my opponent surrendered, which is really lucky for me because I was out of command vehicles. So at the very least he could have, if that died, he could have held out and had it be a draw, maybe. Or he could have, if this lived, all he had to do was get it on a point and he would win. So he surrendered too early. This was a absolutely crazy game. So many mistakes made on both of our sides. Honestly, I'm glad. Well, I'm glad to have won. As you can see, I just like marched everything towards the thing here. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I honestly played pretty well in terms of keeping the pressure on, because I think I distracted him with what I was doing over here enough to like make him hold off on doing all this over here, which I think was his main error. But this was a very hectic game. I very much enjoyed it. And yeah, that's why he surrendered. So we did have a better KD than him. And he at this time is, well, he actually, at the time he was about rank 800, so he's lost a little bit of rank. But not a bad player. I, for the record, am rank 1800, so we're doing alright. I think we're closing in around our like actual rank, which I think is right around 1k. rank 1000. So there are definitely some errors that need to be worked on. Oh, my eye. So, my eyes sore. Let's look at the kills and losses. Bunch of planes. My airplay was definitely superior to his in this. I think my airplanes are superior to his in this as well, so maybe not too much to brag about. Laser guided bomb, meh, doing alright. Paying for itself, certainly. Paying for itself. Paying for itself. Sneed got an OSHA, meh. BMDs are one of the things that just weren't doing too hot. Like, this Acula, not so great. Just lots of like trades here. Not amazing. Not amazing trades, but a lot of them. Strela doing alright. For once, this is one of the few times I've had Strelas not be horrible. Spetsnaz GRU, very nice. This thing got an OSHA down? That's crazy. Soviet AA, I don't know what to say. Acula. This Acula did well. This Acula covered it, and I wish it showed how much damage it took, because it definitely took a ton of damage. And Spetsnaz not doing too amazing in this one. Spetsnaz are kind of hit or miss. You need to know when to use them. I'm still kind of working on that. I need to figure out what like units I need to pair with them for anti-tank purposes. I don't quite know. For my opponent, yeah, nothing too crazy, honestly. I know with 39th, you want your T80 BVs to be like performing like Abram levels, so I think maybe his tank play wasn't amazing. But anyway, and I'll see you guys in the next one.